Hi gorgeous, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ara. I am a 39-year-old mother of 5, beauty and fitness lover. I picked up the new Natasha Denona face palette. This is the Hypernatural face palette. There is 12.8 grams of product in here for 62 ounces. Made in Italy, which is awesome. There are 5 eyeshadows, perfect for finger application, which she does use in her demonstrations, an ultra soft blush duo, and a multifunctional bronze and contour trio. Purposefully did not contour my nose just so I could do that with this palette. Unfortunately, there is only this one palette. There are not 2 or 3 different palettes to suit all skin tones, but she does describe this palette as being universal and able to suit everyone. I'm going to start off by taking the contour shade here in the palette. I want to pick that up and contour my nose with this. See if it will work the way my Kaleidos powder does. I know for a fact I won't be able to use the deep bronzer shade, and these are so tiny. The little trio in the pan here, you're never going to be able to get just one shade with the bronzer brush. Now you can do it with the contour brush like I just did for my nose, but it's never going to work for just one shade. The dark shade is too dark. The one in between, it might work, but there's no way I'm going to be able to pick up just that shade. So I'm going to try picking up all 3. And this is a Sydney Grace brush. It does not have a number on it. Let's share the love on this side. I am a fair to light skin tone with a cool undertone. I did not set the perimeter of my face, just my T-zone. I wasn't intentionally building this up, but I think because it is built up, it's going to be easier for you to see the undertones and the shade, at least on my skin. I just don't know how this is going to work for someone medium skin tone or darker. I really don't. I'm going to take these blush shades. I'm going to do one at a time, hopefully. I'm going to use an old Marc Jacobs brush that I have. I'm going to start off with the light shade here. Think I may have gotten too much. That's a really pretty shade, but there is no way that's gonna translate onto deeper skin. No way. This is the light pink shade built up on my cheeks. I love Natasha, I do, and this is the very first face palette that I was drawn to from her. I know this will work for my complexion, but you can't tell me that's gonna work for everyone's complexion. You could put your blush on, you could put the contour shades on for eyeshadow, but it's not gonna be contour, and it's not gonna be blush for everybody. This is the deeper shade now. I'm just gonna place this a little bit higher up on my cheeks. And I'm really building this up just so you can kind of see the color differentiation. It is a beautiful formula. I know Natasha mentions using all of these as a one and done shadow. I actually want to do that. However, I want to go in with these contour shades and use those in my brow bone first before using the eyeshadows. I want to see, in particular, the shade Dreamy all on its own, but I'm gonna start with a Sonia G brush. I'm gonna pick up that middle contour shade here. I don't have a primer on my eyes. All I did was put the Natasha Denona concealer on my eyes. And I did powder that to set it. I'm gonna deepen that up just a little bit. I'm gonna take the deepest contour shade in this palette. This is a Singe 02. I'm gonna place that directly in my socket. I'm gonna go back in with that original Sonia G brush. I'm just going to gently buff around those edges. I think from here, I'm gonna go in with this foiled shade here, Dreamy. I think she describes this one as the new formula, the sparkling wet formula. I'm gonna use that on my finger. Actually, I'm gonna use my brush first and then my finger. I'm gonna use a liner today, so I wanna see how it looks on its own, the way that Natasha used it. She used it just on her finger. I'm gonna just start by picking it up on a fluffy brush. I don't wanna pick it up on a dense brush first. I just wanna see how this looks. Isn't like a strong shimmer. Doing it with a fluffy brush actually looks very beautiful. I'm gonna try packing that on now with the Singe 01. This is a dense flat brush. And I'm using this dry and still getting a really beautiful payoff. That is beautiful even with the flat dense brush. But I want to do it the way that Natasha did it and just use my finger. I'm not overly fond of using my finger on my eyes. I try not to get those germs near my eyes. But I do it from time to time. Wow, look at that. Okay, that is beautiful. I don't think I would wear just this shade as a one and done. Like, I'm looking at it in the viewfinder. I need depth in my outer corner, but this is gorgeous. I think this would be beautiful for people who just want a very subtle, everyday, easy to do look. It works. I'm gonna go in with my danessamyricks line work pen. I love this eyeliner. One of my favorites. It's a brush tip. This could be very, very dangerous. We'll see. I typically have to get really close, so I apologize if you can't see. I did purchase the new lisaeldridge eyeliner today, the kitten liner, I believe it's called. I'm very interested to see how that one looks and works. This is a fresh danessamyricks. Let's see. There we go. I'm gonna have to do this other eye off camera, but because I have hooded eyes, if you've got hooded eyes, do this. With your liquid liner, help that bad boy dry down so that when you open your eye, it doesn't go everywhere. There is not a highlighter shade in the palette, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the My Dream Cheek Trio. I'm gonna take the highlighter shade here and place that in my inner corner and my brow bone. I'm gonna use a rougher number 12 brush, and hopefully this is bright enough. Oh yeah. Lisaeldridge black liner. This is going to tight line with. I am not going to put anything on my lower lash line. However, I am going to put my Nabla Cutie Arrow in the shade Ivory in my waterline. I ordered mine straight from the Natasha Denona website. This got to me in 2 days, and it was packaged beautifully, so well protected, so fast on shipping. Today is Thursday. I got it on Tuesday. I love ordering from her website. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to keep doing it. I put on a pair of Ardell 318s. These are a very small pair of half lashes. They are beautiful and very lightweight, comfortable to wear, just as a little accent. This palette, I can see myself using this every single day. I don't see this being possible for everyone of every skin tone. I think that is a stretch. As much as I love Natasha Denona and her products, I can't say this will work for everyone. Even the contour shades are too deep for me. I don't know if you noticed when I applied the bronzers, it was too much right off the get-go. So I'm gonna have to use a very gentle, light hand for them. But even on the opposite side of the spectrum, I don't see this being friendly for deeper skin tones, not even for tan skin tones really. I think this is more of just an eyeshadow palette for deeper skin tones. I have to know, if you bought this and you are tan or deeper, does this work for you? Does it show up for you? Does it look ashy? Does it look natural? Does it look beautiful? I'm curious because I can't see this looking like a beautiful subtle flush and not an ashy one. I know I only used one shade today. I'm going to use the other shades on a different day. She already recommended this as a one and done eyeshadow eyeshadow palette here. Do I think you need this palette if you already have the I Need a Nude? No. In all honesty, the shadows themselves are pretty basic. The formulas are the most unique. The shade Dreamy stands out the most, and that shade is very similar to the wet sparkly shade in the I Need a Nude palette. So if you already have that palette, I don't think you need this palette, because you can definitely take all of the shadows from the I Need a Nude and do the exact same thing on your eyes that I did here. So I really think it just depends on what you want. If you want it, go for it. If you're not gonna get that much use out of it, I don't know if it's really worth it. But that's gonna be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Everything on my face is gonna be linked down in the description box down below. If you click on those links, they are affiliated. I do earn a small commission. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you in another video. Do something for yourself today because you are worth it.